Boyga Nasir Isiaka joins us now to discuss the ongoing challenges of insecurity in the Southwest. He's a chairman of the Ogun Free Trade Zone in Igbesa, Ogun State. Well, let's begin by identifying, in your opinion, how sustainable what we've seen state governments in the Southwest do recently, the attempt at managing open grazing, given that such efforts and stakeholders meeting have been held in time past. We've seen state government recently, the attempt at efforts and in time past. We've seen state government. Mr. Isaka, if you can hear me, I'm asking
very much. I hope you are hearing me.
I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
We probably will get back to Mr. Isaka when we can fine-tune that connection. Well, in the last 2 weeks, Oyo State has witnessed some level of insecurity due to crisis between herders and farmers. A Yoruba activist in response to this sought to fight for the right of the town by issuing an ultimatum to Fulani headsmen to vacate Barakba. But his home was set ablaze today by suspected arsonists. Correspondent Ademola Lawrence reports from Ibadan. Well, let's turn back to Ogun State, where we have Boyga Nasir Isiaka joining us for updates on insecurity challenges in the Southwest. I asked earlier about your opinion about what appears to be state government intervention in this crisis. Do you consider it sustainable given that we've had similar stakeholders meeting like this in the past? About your opinion, what appears to be state government intervention in this crisis? Do you consider it sustainable given that we've had similar stakeholders meeting like this in the past?
Well, thank you very much. I think this time around, things have really gone to head. And I will think that all the parties, this time, I watch even the Mietiala herders talking about this. And with the way everything has gone this time, I would think that it will be a lot more sustainable and we should be able to feel the impact. I think the people themselves have spoken a lot more than before. And I think the government agencies too have now seen that, and the security agencies rather, that if the state refuses to do what it needs to do early enough, people might want to find a way to defend themselves, which is not good for any one of us. So I would think that this should be more sustainable. For a state governor to issue the kind of ultimatum that we saw in Ondo, and for what happened in Oyo State, what we saw in Oyo State, I think that tells us that a lot can be done if the state does not do what it needs to do early enough. So, in my opinion, this would be a lot more sustainable, and we should be able to have more peace around here. But we can't stop here. There's still a lot more to do. But I think this one will go a bit far than before.
The presidency has shown concern about the need not to criminalize an ethnicity or a group of people given experience with certain criminal elements. Who do you think has the responsibility to differentiate between these individuals who commit crime and the other people who are doing legitimate business across the country?
Well, it is the state security apparatus. It is the state security apparatus that has the responsibility. I mean, when events happen, when crimes are committed, investigations are meant to be carried out, and whoever is at fault is meant to be, put to book. We have not seen. There are a lot of instances in the past, even from west part of the state. I mean, you are not to be precise. Where I come from, there are instances of killings that happened as far back as 2017, and the culprits were paraded at that time. that up till now, they've not been charged to court. I think these are all the things that are making people not to have as much confidence in the state as possible. But ultimately, the responsibility of who is at fault and who are the criminals is that of the state. The constitutions allow all of us, everybody, to live in any part of the country, but that is not extended to criminals, wherever they may come from or whoever they may be. So I think it is the responsibility of the state. And what we will want to see now is to see the state performing much more, coming out much more efficiently and effectively in doing this, so that people can have a lot more confidence.
Indeed, it's a good place to leave
happened.
it. Boyega Nasir Isaka is chairman of Ogun Free Trade Zone. Thank you for talking to us tonight.